student. Today we are going to say the distinguishing characters of the family Solanaceae. Already we have seen the morphological and floral characters of the family Solanaceae. But these are the characters which are found in all family bearing plants. These are the common plants. These are the common characters which are found in all plants. Here the plants are herbs or shrubs. They may be herb, they may be shrub. Herb in sense plants, their plant body throughout the life remains green, soft, delicate, herbaceous, and there is no formation of the secondary growth. Such plants they are known as herbs. Some plants are the majorly shrubs. Shrub in a sense, from this ground level, the stem which presents, from the basal region of the stem, the many branches produce, sub-branches produce, and it forms the bushy in appearance. Such plants they are known as the shrub plants. The stem with bicollateral vascular bundles. These characters are important to characters from these anatomical characters. Here vascular bundles, there is a bicollateral vascular bundles in which the xylem, phloem and cambium presents. Xylem and phloem grouped together in a patch known as the vascular bundle. See here, vascular bundle, there is the xylem and the phloem, and in between cambium is present. Such plants that vascular bundles are conjoined collateral and open vascular bundles. Here the vascular bundles, that is the bicollateral. Here bicollateral vascular bundles means both sides phloem is present, means this one the vascular bundle, that is from this outer side, outer phloem, then this one outer cambium, xylem, inner cambium, and inner phloem. Here phloem is tissue, that is the parenchymatous simple tissues are made up of, that is the phloem, and in this meristematic tissue we have seen, that is the cambium. The cells, that is the meristematic, compactly rectangular with a dense cytoplasm, nucleus and vacuole, which cells having the dividation towards the all sides and in growth takes place. That is known as the cambium. That is the xylem. Xylem, that is the hexagonal cells. Xylem is a complex tissue which is made up of from the xylem trachea, xylem fascials, xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma. Outer cambium similar to the inner cambium, and outer phloem. This vascular bundle is read as from the outer phloem, outer cambium, xylem, inner cambium and inner phloem. Means xylem is in the center, and towards both outer and inner the phloem patch is situated. Such vascular bundles referred as the bilateral vascular bundles. Here. The leaves are simple, alternate, petiolate, and crown of leaves producer. Crown of the leaves producer means leaves simple, having the petiolate, alternate leaves are producer, but towards the relatives, the more than 2 to 3 leaves are producer. Such a type of the leaves, they are known as the crown of the leaves. The inflorescence is always cymose type. There is only one flower is produced in the axial or terminal region of this axis, that is known as the cymose. Cymose is always axillary solitary or terminal solitary. The flowers are bisexual, hypogynous, and actinomorphic. Actinomorphic. Same flowers, each and every flower, the bisexual means two. Sexual means is sex organs. That is a male sex organ and a female sex organ is found in a same flower. It is known as a bisexual. Flower is a hypogynous. Gynous. Okay? This is a gynous. That is a ovary style and stigma. Hypo means below, that is calyx, that is corolla, and androecium arides. Such a type of the flower is known as the hypogynous. Actinomorphic, when the calyx and the corolla generally are the similar size and shape, and vertical section is taken in any plane, it shows two equal halves. Such flowers, they are known as actinomorphic flowers. See here, the calyx is gamocephalous. Hence, sepals are fused. Corolla also gamopetalous. Here, calyx. This one calyx means there are 4 calyx. Calyx are fused to each other. That is the gamocephalous. Here petals along. These petals are again fused to each other, joined to each other. They are known as gamopetalous. Then stamens are epipetalous. Epi means above, petalous means petals. Suppose this is the flower of capsicum, and on this flower the androecium is inserted. When we lifted the petal, along with the petal stamens, their filaments are attached to the stamens and they separate when we lifted the corolla. That is the epipetalous. In Datura metal, the stamens, they are inserted on these petals. Means when we lift, separate the corolla, then along with the corolla, the filament is attached complete to this petal, that is known as the epipetal. Gynoecium with bicarpellary syncarpus, superior ovary with axial placentation. See here, bicarpellary means their carpels are two from this ovary. The gynoecium is a bicarpellary. This means there are two carpels. They are fused to one each other and forming the two carpels. Syncarpus. The two carpels fused to each other. Syncarpus. Superior ovary and axial placentation. From the axis, the placentation arises. Fruit is a berry or capsule with persistent calyx. Berry fruits, they are simple, fleshy, many-seeded fruits. Capsule, simple, dry, dehiscent, many-seeded fruit. The lateral sides, their seeds are liberated with a persistent calyx. Persistent calyx, all of us are familiar with the chili. At the base, it has the green calyx. Or you are also familiar with brinjal. The sepals, that is, the green sepals are attached to the fruit. When the fruit is a death and decay takes place, then the sepals are liberated. That is known as the persistent calyx.